Everyone, and we're here checking out more Warhammer Combat Cards. In particular, I want to go over the new campaign that just started the other day, Battle of the Startide Nexus. So these campaigns can be pretty lucrative. The last one that finished, I got out top 30%, something like that, and you get a lot. You get a lot for it. And I'm low level free to play player, so that felt pretty good. They get a lot of free swag for the campaign. This one seems to be a little bit more generous with the energy generation. And this is Tau versus Chaos. So like all the campaigns, you only use single faction in the campaign scenarios. So this is pure Tau against Chaos. Now Chaos is very, very strong again with melee. All the Chaos decks I've had are like Abaddon with some big heavy hitters, and they just hit for a ton of melee damage. So we're going to try to counter that with two different decks. Let's start with, yeah, you know what? We can start with Commander Farsight. So Commander Farsight, the two Tau commanders actually play really similarly. They're really about just holding off, dealing some damage until your commander arrives as your last card, preferably, to really just blitz the enemy and just take out their commander in one big attack, maybe a couple big attacks. Farsight more than what was his name? Shadowsun. More so than Shadowsun, because Farsight gets a much bigger first attack when he comes in, but then if he doesn't one-shot them, his follow-up's a little bit weaker than Shadowsun's, more consistent. Both these decks are very similar. The key to the deck, so just select this, you see the differences. The big difference is that in our boy Farsight here, I have included the Honored Vessel Septetherial, mostly because she's tanky enough to delay if she needs to, and she can participate in the melee hit. She's a melee-ish character. Not a lot of points, she just fit in. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same deck, and the big key to these decks are this boy right here. The Grav Inhibitor Drone is so good, because you can deliver your Tau range damage, and on the ranged attack, the Inhibitor Drone will weaken your opponent's melee counterattack. So you're going to shoot them. Maybe they shoot back a little bit. Your shooting's almost certainly better. Then they melee attack you, but you've weakened their melee attacks, and then you just use that inhibitor drone, shoot them down. Hopefully get through. You really want to get through to their commander before your commander's vulnerable, and then you want your commander to come in on your turn. So the turn that you lose cards and your commander comes in, you don't want it to be against the chaos counterattack. You want it to be you're in control. So let's just deploy. I guess we will do Shadowsun first. Find an opponent. The Iron Within. I bet it's a bad one. Yep, it's bad. He goes first. Sometimes our initiative is not great. And when you have the initiative, you do take that first hit real hard. Who is this? Nauseous Rotbone. Plague Surgeon of the Death Guard. Lots of health damage isn't too bad. He might be doing some psychic damage with the Aspiring Sorcerer here. He also has a Vox Shambler. So his damage isn't actually that scary. So what we can do, I don't want to match up anything too much against the Sorcerer. I think we just want to pick on this Shambler. And I do want our Grav Inhibitor Drone here. I don't want him against the Sorcerer because of the potential for psychic attacks. I think I'm going to put have the Fire Warrior in Shadowsun's deck, because he does a lot of range damage. He's pretty vulnerable though. I'll just put a Recon Drone thing that is, and I'm looking for something for my Ghost Keel suit. We didn't get the Ghost Keel. How much damage are you doing? 10. We can actually put our Fire Warrior here. I really want to take this thing down in 2 shots. Alright, he's going melee instead of Psychic, which is fine. Not a great start, of course, but then this is where we start popping off, because we just counterattack the range attack. He doesn't get any counterattack, and now we have crippled his melee attacks. So now he's going to do melee, maybe psychic. No, he's going to do melee. Much weaker, much less damage we're taking here. And then let's just hit him again with another range attack. That takes out that little Plague Walker. The Sorcerer is pretty wounded here. What does he have next? I forgot what these are called. Blood Crusher. But again, still, yeah, he can't even. It's slowing him down so much, and that's really what we're trying to do. Just slow him down, pick off the weak cards, and get to his commander. We don't even have our battle suits out yet, which normally I like to start with the battle suit. I like to start with the ghost skill. It has lots of health because you want to take advantage of the heal mechanic as well. And we're not really going to do that here, so it's kind of a weak. This is kind of a weak start for us. All right, now we can throw out the battle suit. I really want the ghost skill 34. I'll put you out there. I don't want you to die yet. We're going to die no matter what this next turn. It could be a last turn of inhibited melee damage. I want this sorcerer down. 14, you do 19, you only do 10. We have the psychic buff. What about you? You're pretty scary. You only do 12 though. I'm thinking we 34. Actually, I can just put you here. 21. Yeah, I can just put you here for now. You'll be enough to take him down, not take any counterattack damage. Get the damage on the sorcerer. Who pops up now? What scary monsters? Chaos? Oh, it's just the psychic guy. Which that he triggers his psychic attacks now. It actually hit pretty hard because he's been building that up for a few turns. But that's okay. That gives my drone another turn, and this lets us get our ghost keel right in there. Oh, except we are weakened ranged. I don't really have a choice though, other than hit him with a weakened ranged. The same way when I weaken his melee, he doesn't really have much of a choice other than hit me with melee. And there goes our grav inhibitor drone, so we're now suddenly vulnerable to a lot of damage because he's not going to have weakened melee anymore. Well, that's fine. We're just buying time to get out his commander. Here's this missile drone. Just thrown to the wolves, honestly. But that's what these drones are here for. They do a little damage, take a little damage, get by his time. Now it's the Chaos Ogren, and of course Abaddon himself, who luckily didn't one-shot the drone. And everyone's still alive, but Abaddon hits very hard. So let's see if we can win this still, because Abaddon does hit very hard. We have Commander Shadowsun has shown up. We get the heal, we get the big range damage buff, and now we can one-shot the... Who are you again, Death Guard? Hits for 6. I think we're okay. I think we got this. Dude, hit him for 66. It's very good. Take out the Death Guard. He shouldn't be able to one-shot Shadowsun here. And then with these two attacks together, we'll take him out. Because he does melee. Our battlesuit on the left tanks the Ogren. Hit for a ton of damage. Counterattack him for a little bit, now range should be able to finish him off. Unless I've horribly miscounted, but I'm pretty sure it was what, 68 plus 54? Something like that. We should have it. And there is our victory with Shadowsun against Abaddon. Just delay, take advantage of the grav inhibitor drone. Just the top 3 things. Grav inhibitor drone, lots of other drones to delay with a couple of heavy hitters in there that then your commander comes in, heals, buffs, and finishes off their commander. It's mostly about taking out their commander. Chaos has a lot of tough units, but it doesn't matter if their commander is dead. Now let's try it with the other deck. That's the wrong button. It is edit deck right down here. Select. Deploy. Very similar play. We just tried for a more decisive one-turn finish with Farsight. I find it to be a little bit less reliable because I'm also relying on even more delaying so I can build up more melee bonus. And if these units are killed too quickly, we don't get to do that. We don't get to delay fast enough, and we don't get a one-shot his commander if we even reach his commander. So how we deploy grav drone here is going to be really important. I think we deploy it against the Ogren. How hard are you hitting? 32. I don't want to die that quickly. 19. You can take a couple hits at 19. And then I want my Ghost Keel. 34. You can take him out in one shot. Perfect. And then you do some damage here. This does feel like a bit of a waste. You know what? Don't even bother. Put you in later. We don't want to waste. We don't need to be that aggressive. You can have the can have our Fire Warrior come in a little bit later when they're already debuffed, and he hopefully won't get one shot. And he can, because he does do a lot of damage. Alright, took out the Guardsman, weakened his melee, wounded the Ogren. I have to get through a lot of cards though, so I'm not confident. Go to one-shot that guy though, and he's weakened. $11. What we can do here now is put that Fire Warrior in the middle, and he should one-shot this Blood Crusher. So we'll take out 2 cards in one turn here. The Grav Drone will go down, but that's fine. He buys you a little bit of time, and that's all he needs to do. So that's 2 of his cards down. 2 new boys have arrived. This guy can be a problem, because if you go against a ranged... yeah, we're fine. If you go against a ranged, focused Chaos opponent, the subject deceased, he'll debuff your range damage. So you can actually have trouble with ranged Chaos unexpectedly because of that card. And we want you out, because we're not worried about killing this guy as much. 32 damage, 12 damage. Okay, we're not as worried about killing you as much, so we can put out our Ethereal, just a counter melee attack. Could also just... I could have kept her around so she can build up take advantage of the built-up melee damage. I'm not too worried about it, especially because she helps buff our range damage. It's just an option that she can take advantage of. 1 HP left on... that's a frustrating 1 HP left, because that's more time it's taking us to get through this, and that's obviously not what we want. But we do get to take them both out here, which is huge. That gets us to Abaddon. And we're taking up decent time. We're getting good melee bonuses. Abaddon, one part about this strategy with Farsight is that Abaddon's so tanky that you might not get enough damage. I'm surprised that our Fire Warrior survived there. Okay, it's really going to be a 1v1 scenario here in a second. Also, I'm very concerned. How much damage are you doing? 38. Oh, no. Alright, this is bad. Okay, so you're gonna die no matter... I can't save our Ghost Keel here, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is have him try to do as much damage as he can to Abaddon. By moving him over to the center lane, shooting him for 41 damage. Pew pew pew. So now, Farsight only needs to do 139 damage, which I think he can do. We have lots of melee preparation, a lot of melee buff built up. His special ability is going to multiply that damage by a significant amount, and we should be okay. Should be able to come in and one-shot Abaddon. I'm like, fairly confident that we have the damage to take care of it, and this went perfectly according to plan. Alright, let's see what the number says. 153, we got it. Hit him there. 153 hit. Abaddon is down. And that's how you win against Chaos as Tau in this campaign. Decisive Warlord plays, delaying, and taking advantage of your Grav Inhibitor drone. Okay, that's a very aggressive sound for that. Do a heads up for that subject deceased if you're against if you come against a ranged Chaos army, you can have some trouble because all of a sudden they're debuffing your range unexpectedly, and they're not attacking melee unexpectedly, and it might throw off your battle plan a little bit. But most of the Chaos decks I fought have been melee focused, so that's only happened once that I ran across that and had some trouble. Otherwise, yeah, just get your commander in there, assassinate their commander with your commander ability. Voila. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, all that. You guys know the deal. And check the game out. Use my link below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.